do this.
Previously on X-Men.
Here's Johnny.
What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? Happy New Year. Happy Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. I know I am ready to talk about these trailers, what's going on with Avengers Doomsday, and a few other things. But again, happy New Year. Hopefully everyone is well and is just having the best year of 2026 so far. Before we get started, guys, let me know how I'm looking. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know if I am crisp. Please, please, please. Let me know if I am clear. It has been quite some time since I've done something like this. So your boy is a little rusty, but that is okay. We're just going to have the best time that we can, and we are swinging for the fences. Right now, I do see that we have 7 people watching right now, and that is a wonderful thing on YouTube, and that has just went up to 9. So all of you 9 souls throughout the world, throughout the galaxy, throughout the universe, thank you so much for tuning in. Your boy really, really does appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. You can't hear me. So yeah, I appreciate that. If you feel like subscribing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you saw the thumbnail, and share the video. If you saw the thumbnail and the title of this, primarily we're going to be talking about Avengers Doomsday. And the trailers that came out in the prior weeks. Also, there may be 2 other topics that we're going to be discussing today, and there aren't any links in the description like I used to do, which was about 12 or 13 months ago. But you know, we're just trying to get back in the field of things, and so I do appreciate you guys joining me. Since I haven't been really consistent in a while, I'm not expecting too many guests to show up. But like I said, the thumbnail says 345 days away. And so with Marvel releasing these trailers once a week, which they have been doing the past 2 or 3 weeks, we may get another trailer next week, which will be Tuesday, January the 13th. And at that point, we'll be 338 days away. So have you caught on? Have you saw the pattern? Depending on how this performs, I may be coming to you guys with a new video, with a new live per week as we do the countdown all the way up to Avengers Doomsday, which is my most anticipated film of 2026. And if we look here, as I'm sharing my screen, I already have a playlist on my home screen. It says Avengers Doomsday, Marvel Studios, Disney. We got the trailer breakdown or reaction that I did earlier this morning, 6 minutes and 25 seconds. So of course, right here is the live that we're broadcasting, or I'm broadcasting right now. And then I have the Thor trailer, I have the Steve Rogers trailer, and then I have the live trailer right here for the chair watch party. So this playlist right here is going to be filling up as quick as possible. With maybe at least 1 to 2 videos per week. And that's a wonderful thing for consistency. Also, guys, I'm just going to put it out there right now and speak it into existence. I would love to attend the red carpet premiere for Avengers Doomsday. Now, is it a high chance that I go? Absolutely not. It's probably less than 1%. If that, but that is okay because I'm still going to try. All right. You just never know what's going to happen. I could have a surge in my growth in the next 11 and a half months and reach 75, 100,000, 300,000 subscribers. I doubt it, but it is popular. And with the people that work at Marvel and Disney, I'm going to be emailing them and just be like, hey, look what video I did here. Look what video I did there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on the list. Can I come to the red carpet? At least let me talk to some cast members. If you got 75,000 cast members, I can at least talk to one or two of them for 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So that's my dream. That's my goal. You know, it doesn't matter how unrealistic it may seem. You know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You know, so that's what I'm trying to do here. And so, if you would like to see me on the red carpet, possibly, like I said, a 1% less chance than a less than 1% chance. Like the video, share the video, comment, all that good stuff. You know, I would really appreciate that. Let me go ahead and shout out some lovely people that we have in the chat. We got Mark Guy. What up, my brother? How you doing? It has been a minute. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. And let's see who we got else in the chat. We also have always been a minute. Glad to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. I don't have all my sound stuff on my sound bar because I had to reset it and stuff like that, trying to get all the troubleshooting. But I do have this.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you.
Girl right there. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. You know, all of that really does help. Thank you. Thank you. Soto, it's been a minute. Oh, Ish, is this live? This is live, baby. This is live, Soto. It's been a minute, my guy. It has been a minute. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Yes, sir. Glad to have you back doing lives with the movie talk and the news talk, bro. Hey, you know, I don't know. We're going to see. You know, no, I'm not going to promise anything right now, but we are going to see. Just believe. I love it. I love it. We also have for 1849. Hey, I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's, Mama Avery. Love you so much. Couldn't do anything without this wonderful woman right here. And y'all give me a second real quick. Let me make sure I have this together. One second. Okay. It's been a minute, so I'm just trying to make sure I got all this together. Mom, I ain't heard that in a long time. I know. I love her. And Chill Spot, Happy New Year, Brandon and chat. I missed this. I missed it too. And so again, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Well, all right, guys, it's been a while. And if you don't know what that means, it means that we have a guest backstage. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring them on. Hopefully they're ready. I like the shirt that they have on right now, representing that Marvel Studios, one of my favorite characters, coming to the stage.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
I am your huckleberry. What's going on, Miss Kim from Southern California? How you doing?
What is good, my brother? We got a lot going on.
I know. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year 2026, man. Can you believe it?
I cannot. I cannot believe it at all. Time is flying by, and it's a wonderful thing. So I'm good over here. Can you hear me well and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me all right?
I can. You are a little low, but we are going to try to work it out the best that we can. I just moved up your volume just a little bit.
Test. Who is in the building?
Yeah, a few people.
Sound off, guys.
Yeah. Soto is happy to see you, saying, you know, hey, what's going on?
Hi, Soto. How are you? Happy New Year, Soto.
Fantastic. Actually, let me move my volume down because I'm much louder in my ear than I can hear you. But you can hear me well, right?
I totally can, yes.
Perfect, perfect. Let me take those comments off. So, again, guys, this is Miss Kim from Southern California. We have been collaborating on a number of things over the past few years, and this is a homie. Yo, B, your input sounds like a different mic. Okay, thank you. And let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Oh, okay, you're right. My mic is off. So let me go ahead.
Hey guys. Hey, can you hear me? Hey guys, I think my audio, let's see here.
Can y'all? What's up? Can y'all?
Hey.
You know what's weird, Kimberly? First, I gotta be honest. Um, I said this the other day, and I hate to call you out, but where are you at?
Do you see
Who
me?
made that? I can you hear me? Yeah, I see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Hey guys. It looks like we're back.
Okay.
Looks like we're back up and running.
Yeah. Hold on. Where is that comment? I know exactly what happened. Because I gotta be honest with y'all watching live because some of y'all gave me wrong information. I asked you earlier. Yeah, I said, hey, do I sound good and all that? Mark Guy, you said,
Hey guys.
oh no, you didn't say that. My mic sounds off, doesn't it?
Right now, it's a teeny bit echoey, but honestly, it doesn't sound too bad to me. How about you guys out there?
Yeah. So what happened is, am I still echoey now?
Not too bad. Thank you, Lawrence. All right. Reva Bia said we can hear you and see y'all. Okay. Lawrence report says it's just a little off, but it's cool. It's not too bad, Brandon. I think it's great to continue the convo.
Give me one
It's
second.
not too bad, brother. It's Mephisto, you guys. Everyone's talking about Doctor Doom. As you can see, Mephisto is at work trying to mess up our life. Just ignore it. Mephisto's for the birds. We are back. We are going to have this awesome conversation. Hey, guys. I know it says there's still an echo for both of us. I'm going to message Brandon and see if we need to just restart the live completely, okay? Hey, Van Cinema. The West Coast weather. Thanks for asking, Lawrence Report. So out here, we're freezing, which means it's 61 degrees. I know we're wimps. But it's actually been raining for like 5 days straight, and we have gotten so much rain. And the area where I used to live had to evacuate because, if you guys caught up with the news, we had really bad fires. And now all that fire runoff, it makes the earth super weak. And so people have actually been having to evacuate because the rain is sending down, that ash and stuff. So it's actually been kind of crazy for us. But thanks for asking. Okay, it's all good. At least you're not in the South. I know. Okay, so while Brandon's figuring that out, I was asking a question and I think my mic was off. But I want to ask you guys, do you like that Doomsday is coming at a time where we really don't have anything super new like we did after Endgame, where personally, and let me know what you guys think, but quite personally, I think we were oversaturated with content. And I made the comment many times. You guys may have seen the shows with Brandon where I made the comment that Marvel is like, it's like an ex that we could get back together. Like, give me a chance to miss you. Go away for a little bit. Don't keep knocking at my door. You're in my face. We had WandaVision. We had everything. We had, gosh, you guys, I mean, Secret Wars, that was fine. I know that was a little bit down the line, but even What If, like, we had everything from animation to just so much content on streaming that I wanted for us to miss Marvel a little bit. We had, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. We had the new Captain America Brave New World come out. How do you guys feel that Doomsday is going to be coming at a time where we're kind of in a little bit of a drought with content? Sound off. I really want to know how you feel.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I was asked. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
This is stupid. I'm sorry, y'all.
I was just asking everyone a question about how they feel about getting Doomsday at a time where we don't have a whole lot of content, and how I think that feels good because right after Endgame, I kind of hated that we had so much content thrown at us. So let's see. Soto says, yeah, I agree with you. I want a good storyline still. Um, Dude, I totally agree with you, Soto. I definitely want a good storyline, but I gotta say, it feels good that I miss Cap as much as I do. It feels good that I miss the old gang together, even after getting Thunderbolts. That was a few months ago, and I'm glad that there's no show. I'm glad that there's no new movie. I'm glad there's no animated features. I want to miss my crew, and that's what makes these trailers so incredibly exciting. Let's see. Spider-Man is coming this summer. Yes, it is. Rev Rabia, thank you for that. Yes, Spider-Man is coming, and I think it's going to answer a lot of questions. But I'm just so sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll let you finish. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I was just saying that I'm just really happy that Doomsday, we are going to be fresh off of Spider-Man, and that's going to be awesome. And this Spider-Man's going to feel not so much like, obviously it's a sequel, guys. Like, obviously it's a sequel, but so much of the dynamics of our characters are changing. MJ and Spider-Man not only are no longer together, but we don't even know that they know each other anymore. So the dynamic is going to feel so fresh and new, and that's what I've been wanting. So I just want to say that, and I do see you guys saying that the Wakanda footage has leaked, and yes, while we were having technical difficulties, I did pop over to YouTube and give that a look. But yeah, back to you, Brandon. I just wanted to try to connect with our crowd as we're warring out these Mephisto attacks.
Right, and appreciate your patience. So what happened was I had my whole system reconfigured today to fix my other piece of live broadcasting recording, and it worked, but somehow it messed up what I was doing in StreamYard because I already had this live put together, and my developer is like in Dubai right now, so he's asleep, and so apparently he did something to mess up the StreamYard settings, which I don't understand. Because when I changed, as soon as somebody was like, "Oh, your mic is off," I went back and I tried to change my mic setting, and it was different from I've ever seen before. And then that's what effed everything up. And so I apologize if the audio is not where it needs to be right now, but just bear with me. I do appreciate it. Before we move on, we do have a mega super chat right now from Vandy Cinema. Thank you so much for the $50. That is wonderful. Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you.
Yo, B, you're good. I had 2 tabs open, so it sounded like an echo. My bad. Doomsday is looking like it's gonna hit. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for this super chat. $50. That's what keeps the light on. A lot of people, every once in a while when I launch a video, someone's like, "Hey, can you at least go live once a month?" I miss the lives. I would be more than happy to do these lives more consistent if you guys watch them, you comment, you thumbs up, and if I can still make somewhat of around the same income that I was when I started 4 or 5 years ago. It's not an obligation. You don't have to send me money like Vandy Cinema here, but it does help. But at least just watching the videos, commenting, and give a thumbs up really does help. So I do appreciate that. And I'm just going to ask this one more question, and then we can move on. Am I still kind of echoey right now?
Not to the point where it would interrupt my concentration. I think we're good to continue the convo because it's really not that distracting.
Okay. Well, guys, again, I will try my best to do better next time. And again, I really do appreciate y'all's patience because I don't understand what the hell is going on right now. Now, I kind of want to change this again, but I don't want to mess it up. But Cam, you spoke about Spider-Man. Which one are you looking forward to the most, Doomsday or Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Gosh, that's I feel like that's literally asking which child do you prefer, because honestly, I'm really excited about both. I really am. I mean, obviously, Doomsday's the one that's got right now has got all our attention because it's got all the leaks right now. But you know, as we can, and obviously, leaks, guys, take it with a grain of salt. Leaks sometimes are just people in marketing going, "All right, time to leak it." You know, if you remember, Marvel is all about lock and key and security. So, you know, a lot of these leaks are just excellent marketing. But there's so many questions in the air right now, in terms of not only where are we going, but where are we coming from? What universe are we coming from right now? And what reality are we coming from? But the reason why I'm actually anticipating Spider-Man so much, I mean, we just had, you know, our amazing finale of Stranger Things, and Sadie Sink, you know, I think it's fair to say she's got a lot of new fans, and we're happy to see her join the multiverse. But with Spider-Man, there's so much that can happen. There is so much that can happen because MJ and Spider-Man are not even together. We don't even know if she's going to remember him or have any memories of him or anything little. So I'm just wondering with Spider-Man, like, love interests, not just villains, but friendships, relationships have to rebuild from the ground up. And I'm really interested to see how that jumps off, and who is Sadie playing? Together. We don't even know.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm cool with it all being erased. And you brought up some points I didn't even think of about the relationships. I forgot all about that and MJ, and you know that the memories were erased and all of that. But I'm liking where everything is going. Do you and you keep saying the leaks? Are these really leaks, or do you think Marvel is doing this on purpose to test the waters and to kind of gauge what the fans are anticipating, what they want? Because they can't mess this up. You know, the Russo brothers are in charge. We had some bangers with Infinity War and Endgame, but that was 6 years ago, coming up on 7 years ago. And it hasn't been the same. So is Marvel leaking this on purpose, or are these people at the thing?
You guys, this is excellent marketing. I mean, if we remember anything back in the day, when we started with the Infinity Stone saga, remember everything was locked down. We had those, you know, of course, the iconic end credit scenes, and it was just speculation. Hundreds careers were built. A lot of careers were built off of Marvel, content. Marvel knows how to keep things under lock and key. Okay, I don't believe there's any such thing as a leak with Marvel. There really isn't. You know, you got some of the greatest talents in Hollywood. Speculation. Hundreds careers were built. A lot of careers were built off of Marvel. Content. Oh, I love listening to myself. I hate my voice. I can see my voice played there. I don't know why. But you guys, there's no such thing as a link with Marvel. Let me know. Let us know in the chats if you think these leaks are accidental. But we went years. We went 22 films without having super major leaks. I mean, except for Mark Ruffalo, you know, had that famous gaffe where he was like, wait till you see the next one. They're going to kill everybody. And Don Cheadle was like, bruh, like, other than the actual personnel that filmed it, there's only leaks at Marvel if they want there to be leaks. Nobody's walking around with a USB going, oh my gosh, I just left my USB with the trailer number 4 at Starbucks. And then some kid picks it up and goes, I'm going to put this out on YouTube. You guys, that doesn't exist. Marvel, obviously, this is how they choose to launch it, and you know, but they know the fandom is strong. They know the fandom is real, and they know how we feel when we get a hold of something that we will prize so dearly because it feels like we shouldn't have it. You guys, plan leaks.
Yes, I do agree with you. For the exact reason that you just said, they have been under lock and key since 2008 with these trailers, and they never leak out. But it's just like clockwork, week after week after week after week. But I'm fine with it because they're not revealing too much. Now, I mean, they're just letting you know, hey, we're here, we're coming out with the movie. It's a year away. I know we've been effing up and we haven't been as strong since before the pandemic, but
Yes.
just trust us. We're gonna tease y'all week to week. We got you. We got you. We got you.
And Brandon,
I'm cool with that.
I have to say, a leak, when you know somebody's getting fired, is when the last 3 minutes of Doomsday accidentally make their way to the internet and we accidentally see the end of the movie. That's a leak.
Yeah.
These are trailers. These are not only that, but the trailer, if someone stole the information, if it's a 2-minute trailer, you'd have 1 minute 76 seconds at most. It would screw up. It wouldn't be exactly what I want you to see. It wouldn't be exactly what Kevin Feige wants you to see. Okay. I know they're separate universes, but the Great Wizard of Oz is also at Marvel. His name is Kevin Feige, and what he wills will be so, and nothing more and nothing less. So don't forget that, guys.
Yes, this is 100%. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you have seen the trailers, correct?
I have. Yes.
Okay. All good. I'm still going to play it here. And I kind of want your opinion on what you think is going on. Can you hear this?
I sure can.
Okay. Y'all hit one in the chat if you can hear it as well. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. You wouldn't be watching the video. A lot of people was like, hey man, why is he driving a Triumph motorcycle? What's up with that? But I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But while this is playing, I'm just going to, I don't know if E-Man is going to join us tonight, but he had a theory. If he does pop up, I'll let him explain that, or you guys can go ahead to his channel and check that out. But right here is Cap picking up. Is he taking out the uniform or is he putting it back in? Is this his baby or is he uncle? Is this Winter Soldier's baby? And he just playing Uncle Steve? I'm joking. I'm pretty sure it's his baby. I'm pretty confident that it's with Peggy. But is this the life that he lived when he went and put the stones back at the end of Endgame? And we're going to see that? Because this is what I'm thinking, Kim. I'm thinking that this is just, we're picking up right where Avengers Endgame left off. Where he went back and he put the stones away and then he came back old and, he was talking to Sam and he was like, hey, how was the life with Peg? And he was like, I'm just going to keep that close to my chest, not say anything. But I think this is where we're picking. I think this scene here is, we're picking up where we left off in Endgame. What do you think?
I think so. I think in that time and that line of the multiverse, I don't think that exact moment, because if you remember, they were dancing, and something I love about the very last scene is as soon as he got back, the door was open because he ran in and he knew Peggy would be there, and he ran in and grabbed her and danced to that wonderful song. He didn't run in and then make a baby and then the baby was there. He ran in to dance with her and begin this beautiful new life. So I believe we're there in the timeline, but I think this has got to be, at least give the girl 9 months to get it going. Right.
Okay, and I agree with you to a degree, as far as it is not. They do need some time. The baby is just not gonna pop up out of nowhere like that. But I'm happy. Now, there have been some speculation online. Some fans are kind of pissed off with this trailer showing Steve Rogers. That's like, wait a minute. Why is Steve Rogers Captain America coming back? You are disrespecting Sam Wilson Captain America. Why can't the black man lead the team before you send the white man back in? And I'm almost knocking off my headphones. How do you feel about that? Do you agree or disagree?
Guys, there's a lot of more serious things to be upset about. One thing that's true is Cap is always going to be in our hearts, and nothing's going to replace that. I feel like those are pure Marvel purists, and I actually don't have a problem with that. That's fine. I have my purist moments as a diehard Marvel fan, but there's just something that was so loving about Cap and Falcon's friendship. There was, especially coming from the time that Cap came from. Remember, Cap came from a time where when Nick Fury first introduced himself, the first words out of Cap's mouth could have been, "Did you just walk in through the white door?" You know, he came right from the 40s, guys. Don't forget, he came right from the 40s to a time where blacks and whites were like, "Let's do this together." And he's like, "Together? Oh yeah." And I know, don't at me. I know Derek Luke was part of his squad. I know that when in the original Captain America, I'm just saying the time that he comes from was a time of civil unrest, you know, back when Isaiah Thomas, when his storyline, I mean, look what they did to him. So I don't think Cap ever has a heart for that. I don't think that would ever happen where it comes down to color. And I think if anything, Brandon, this is setting up a beautiful moment for there to be a scene where Cap has the opportunity to take someone out or take out a Sentinel, because let's talk about that. And where he actually gives a nod to Falcon and goes, "You know what? I'm going to go over there and help Jean Grey or Mystique or whoever else pops up. You got this. I know you got this." There's going to be a nod where he's like, "What am I doing? Here, Cap. See you later. You could do this all day." I would love to hear him say, and comment in the section below, because I almost want to put money on this. I would love to hear him say, "You could do this all day. Bye." I would love to get that scene, Brandon, because that's such an awesome passing of the torch, not just from the Shield, but from like, now that we're existing in a space where both of us are here, I'm still going to give you the nod of, "You could do this all day. Peace out. You're Cap. I respect you. Hats off to you." If anything, Brandon, this doesn't create a situation of animosity. This creates an awesome opportunity for a really sound handoff. I don't know what you think.
I agree with like 95, 98% of that. Maybe not the dialogue, but I mean, the nod and the recognition, I'm 100% cool with. I do want, but to mirror exactly what you said, I would love to hear that exact thing where he says, "You can do this all day," and he's like, "Oh no, you got it." Like, you know, "Hey, you're back. You're not dead. You're not old. Here's the shield back." And he's like, "Okay, hang on to it just a little bit longer." And I will also be a little disappointed if we never did. If Steve Rogers was not in the movie at all, that would disappoint me. You know, he doesn't have to come in and just take over the team and just like, "I'm back now, Sam, get in the back." That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's not going to happen, and we're going to see. I think if anything, Brandon, we're going to see an awesome team up. There's going to be something. To me, it's just a setup for a really cool moment.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
That's how I see it as well.
What are they saying in the chat? What are they thinking?
I want to see them back to back. It's Falcon with the wings and Cap with the shield. Never like Cap. Give me Falcon, Black Falcon. Okay, why don't you like Cap?
Why don't you make him
telepathic like in the comics too. Just the wings ain't enough. I think because in the comics he was a mutant. I could be wrong, but I'll let the experts let me know about that. Throw in the serum juice too. Yes, I do want to see the Falcon power up with the super soldier serum.
Baby.
That is necessary if you're going to be fighting Kang and Doomsday and all these other cosmic beings. You know, everybody needs to be powered up. They're going to play it safe and make the money. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, Steve is back, and I'm pretty thrilled with that. And,
we're definitely going to get I think we're going to get something that ends up being able to be T-shirt worthy when it comes to those two being in a scene together. That's how I feel. They're going to make it a big moment. Okay. Yeah, it will be a big moment, and
I can't wait. I'm getting more and more excited about that. Now, of course, you did see the. Actually, I'm gonna change that background back. You did see the Thor trailer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, I am uber thrilled about this one, and the reason why is well, actually, before I say that, how did you feel about Thor: Love and Thunder?
Oh man, I thought it was really heartwarming. I agree with the majority of many people that said, "Look, is Thor the new Jerry Seinfeld?" I mean, every time the camera cuts to him, he's got to make a joke. Everything's ironic. Everything's funny. But I did get that. I do agree that it turned into the Marvel comedy show. However, Love and Thunder, aside from it, I didn't. I felt like there was a little too much going on. I feel like, having freaking Christian Bale as your villain, it could have been way better. But I think it came at a time when I was just telling everyone, it came at that time when I was like, yo, like, stop it with the content. Like, let us miss you. Don't go back to back to back, you guys. And so I do feel like they should have waited a little, but except for Love, I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was so lovely. I thought the end of it was perfect. The way she was a roaring warrior, just like him, and the way they sent her out that very last scene of Love and Thunder. I also like that it's his daughter. I have to see if his daughter's still playing Love. I would love that because I think, I mean, he has a beautiful family, Chris Hemsworth, and the fact that his real daughter played Love. What a cool thing to share with your father for the rest of your life, that he was a part of something so legendary, and now you are too. But I like Love and Thunder, but I had more issues with it than anything. But for Love, but for the daughter, I just love her. I love how spunky she is. I love how she's a little teeny bit of a little mini badass. And I hope to see some of that. But I do want to return to a more dramatic, more serious look, calling in the Allfathers like Thor. I want to get to some real danger with him.
Okay. I like it. I thought the way you was sounding, I thought you was going to say, "Oh, I loved it. It was the best film in the MCU." But
no,
I
Love is the only thing I loved about it.
Yeah, it had its decent moments, but looking back, it is disappointing. I did like Ragnarok much more, and to be honest with you, that Ragnarok was the best Thor film to me, but that one was still just a little bit too goofy. I remember when the time that it came out, I remember talking to a coworker, and he didn't like it at all. He was just like, "Man, it was just too goofy," I didn't care for all that. But I bring all that up to say this is that I love this trailer because it is reintroducing a more serious Thor that we got in Infinity War. He lost his brother Loki at the very beginning of the film. He got Stormbreaker and just went on this kick-ass rampage, almost killing Thanos. But then we got Fat Drunk Thor in Endgame. And the interaction that he had with Frigga was fantastic, but him getting whooped and, them talking at the table, going over plans, and he just being goofy, that pissed me off. But this right here, I love. I don't know if Love is going to die or stay alive. If she dies, I think that would be great.
Why?
Because I want there to be stakes. I want to feel his pain. Thor has already lost everybody. He's lost his brother. He's lost his mother. He's lost all of Asgard. Now he has this daughter. I want him to lose her too, so he can just be broken. Like, yes, please reset the universe so I can just start over. This is just too much. I can't do it.
We got it. Well, I mean, I think it's a big deal that he's separate. Like, to see, why is he separated from her? Why is he praying to get back to her? What is separating them? Like,
you're talking about in this trailer right here?
Yeah, like I think if that's what you want to see, Brandon, I think you're there.
Okay, hold on. What is he saying? I forgot.
But now fate is given me something I never sought. A child. A life untouched by the storm.
Kind of talking like you're not gonna beat her.
Lend me the strength of the old fathers, so that I may fight once more.
Is Doom
Defeat
looking for
one
her?
more enemy and return home to her. Not as a warrior, but as warmth. To teach her not battle, but stillness. The kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my words.
She does have the power of eternity, which is a lot. You know?
Yes, and he's saying, lend me the strength of all fathers to return home to her. So they're separated. So I think you're going to get the desperation you want, Brandon. They're separated. He says to return to her, not as a warrior, but as warmth, to teach her not battle, but stillness, which I just love that right there. I mean, that reminds me of when my dad taught me, like, Bruce Lee, just be water, the saying, just be water. I think this is going to be a real fathers and daughters. There's something that pulls at your heartstrings when it comes to fathers and daughters. And I think this is going to bring all the feels, because he can't get his way back to her. He's praying. So obviously it's nothing he can just do. So I think our stakes are really high here.
Okay. Yeah, they're together here, and I guess they're going to separate, and he's afraid that he's not going to be able to come back to her. So
is
that
that
makes
a
sense.
Scar on her face?
Ooh, that's
that looks like a scar that wasn't.
That you're right. You're right. Or is that let's see here. That may be a scar.
Because it goes under her eye too, so I don't think it's a piece of out of place hair. I think something happened to her. What do you guys think in the chat? What are you guys thinking?
Good job of asking the chat. I like a more serious Thor, but how about we gonna get to it? Thor, but how about I don't care about. Give us a new. Okay. Thor praying to God for help. Right. That's how her face is. Really? Okay. So you don't think that she got marked up in the face? We're gonna see. All
right, bro. All right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Thor trailer. I mean, to seeing Thor just kick ass, because he didn't do diddly squat in Endgame, and that was disappointing. But just like one of the last commenters said, that Thor is great, but they want to see the X-Men Avengers trailer. But before we do, you did see this one, right?
Yeah, you bet I did. Yeah, man.
Okay. In just a second, I'm going to ask you, I want you to rate the trailers, and you let me know which one you like the most. But
Here comes a new challenger!
we have a new challenger. We have a guest backstage.
Uh-oh.
You guys know what that means. Who is it? Who is it? Let me see. Coming to the stage.
Say T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. We cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.
Yes, it is Brother E-Man, aka T'Challa, aka the Black Doom, with the hoodie, with the fresh edge up. You know what I'm saying? Eyebrows done, all of that. Happy New Year, my brother. How you doing this evening?
Happy New Year, guys.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming through, man. I do appreciate it.
I didn't have much of a choice. Kimberly threatened my life.
I know, man. She like, I just text him, man. I'm like, don't bother him. I said, don't bother him.
No, I miss my brother, and I want to spend time with my brother, and so I want to call my brother and say, "Come through, what's up?" We can't have. We're going into Doomsday, baby. We can't have this conversation without the
Doomsday ain't coming for like a whole 15 years. We'll be all right. We got time. We got time.
Ooh, I just raised the microphone volume too much on my end, so let me put that back. Well, E-Man, I'm pretty sure you saw the X-Men trailer, but just in case you didn't, I'm going to play it right now and just get your thoughts. You can't hear that correct.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Guys, you know what I didn't notice the first time I saw this is if we go back and let me go for a little bit. You see those Sentinel feet back there?
Right.
I didn't notice that the first time. It was somebody in my comment section. B, why did you say nothing about the Sentinel feet? What's going on? Okay, why isn't Cyclops shooting the Sentinels? Is he shooting another Sentinel? Did Doom come through and take control of all the Sentinels? I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited because Cyclops is pissed. You know, he all out. Kamehameha! Or Jean done died, or the little baby died. I don't know. E-Man, what's going on, man? What's going on? Why is Scott so pissed?
I don't know. I mean, X-Men agitated all day, every day. If the X-Men are not being oppressed, they're just not the X-Men. So, I think the best. First of all, I keep telling people the Russo brothers are liars. We've gone through this already. They are whole fat liars.
What?
Don't act like you didn't see them Infinity War trailers. Remember Hulk? Yeah. What happened to Hulk? Right. Yeah, they are liars.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
so
you got
I don't believe nothing that they tell us. And on top of that, we're dealing with the multiverse, which means you literally can make up whatever you want. This could be universe XYZ ABC 1 2 3, where the X-Men just so happen to be this, that, whatever. So, it's one of those things where, clearly we know James Marsden and Patrick Stewart, Ian McClellan. We knew them from the Fox universe, but that clearly is not this universe, given the fact that they have the more traditional X-Men 97 uniforms and stuff. So this could literally be an entirely different interpretation of the X-Men. My guess is that these are the same X-Men from where Beast is, where we saw at the end of the Marvels. Since that seemed to be cartoon accurate, so I'm assuming that's where this universe is. But 9 times out of 10, because it's Doomsday, everybody's about to die. Just everybody is expendable. Everybody's not gonna make it. I don't know how many more times we got to milk Professor X and Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god, this guy!
But it's like, all right, man. Like, thank you for your service. And Sir Ian McClellan. Thank y'all both for y'all service. But it's about that time. But
do you think it's gonna be a handoff? Like, okay, they're dying, but do you think all of a sudden we're gonna get Giancarlo and Denzel? Like, thank you, but I'll get in the chair now.
So you could, and if the reports are true, they said that the Russo brothers are gonna be overseeing what happens after Secret Wars and everything too. So it is possible that, you know, they have the creative freedom to introduce or maybe even to tease certain characters that we will see later on. So that is very possible.
I like that. Kim, let me ask you this. Will you be cool if this Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier, and Magneto is not the universe that we knew and loved from the 2000s, that it's just some other universe? Or do you need it to be the characters that we grew up with, you know, so we can, you know, have some stakes and feel like we actually cared about these characters? Because like the Wolverine that we got in Deadpool and Wolverine, that's not our Wolverine. That was a new Wolverine. The Wolverine we knew was dead in the ground. So well, how do you feel about that?
Like, define our Wolverine.
The 2000, you know, Wolverine.
The Fox Universe one?
The Fox Universe Wolverine.
Well, remember they dug his bones up.
Yeah, they did.
So technically, he did make an appearance.
Like, he is still
in
dead.
Bone form.
True.
Like,
true.
Our Wolverine technically is dead because
like,
they didn't want to ruin his legacy.
Like the Mordo in Multiverse of Madness, that wasn't like our Mordo or the 616 Mordo. It was a different Mordo. And
Baron Mordo?
Yeah, is that his name? The Chiwetel's character. That was like
that's ours.
And Multiverse of Madness? No.
Oh, you talking about the other one? Oh, okay. Oh no, I thought you meant from Doctor Strange too. No, that one's not ours. That's a different one. No,
I'm just asking. Does it matter to you? Do you?
I think they've muddied the waters too much with the multiverse.
Yeah.
Where I'm not emotionally invested because I already feel like everything's going to get reset anyway. So if there was going to be, I mean, Infinity War had stakes. Why? Because we weren't going nowhere. This was all we had. The characters we knew. That was our Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the one that we started with Iron Man, you know, in 08. In this one, we getting a whole nother variant that looks like Tony, but he's not Tony. And like, I don't care if this Doom make it or not. You know, like I don't need Downey to keep going because I'm not invested in that. I think
is there something that can shut down the multiverse?
Say that again.
Is there something that can shut down this multiverse that can make it so that we're not jumping in and out?
In anything. So Franklin could do all of that shutting down if he wants to. No, but I don't know if they will shut it down, but I do think that they will hyper focus. Like when Kevin Feige said in whatever that he did that press conference or whatever, he said that some timelines will get reset. So when he said that, I was like, you didn't say no more multiverse. You just said that, like, okay, some universes are gonna kind of go back and maybe have a soft reboot or something. So I think for him, based off of what they said, they don't want to erase what we grew up with. So if anything, the Fox X-Men are probably gonna have a soft reset where they still exist, but they'll be safe in their own little timeline. And, you know, wherever Hugh Jackman came from, he'll probably have another little reset, and then there'll be like a new 616, you know, or whatever the main timeline will be. You know, but that's where I'm more concerned. What is this new thing going to be, and how is that going to be set forward?
Van de Cinema, you are rich. You already gave me $50. You're giving more. Thank you. What role do y'all think Doctor Strange is going to have in Doomsday? No one has been talking about him much.
True.
I'm assuming just the same role. Him just trying to keep everything together and stop it from falling apart. I think he's going to throw some blows with Doom a little bit and possibly lose, but I do want a great contest. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, no one's talking about him. We'll get a trailer or something pretty soon with these dropping week to week. What do y'all think Doctor Strange is going to do with Doomsday?
Honestly, it's the pair-ups, because like many of you have been in the chat saying that you just saw the leaked Wakanda footage of the Wakandans and their part in Doomsday. It's a lot like Infinity War, where the movie it's not so much like Civil War where everybody's on the same field. It's who are you paired up with for the duration of this film is kind of what I feel like is going to happen, because there's just way too many people for everyone to be on the same field, in the same room, in the same country, in the same universe. So I think that Doctor Strange has to be paired up in this film with Shang-Chi. Because remember what Wong was showing Shang-Chi at the end, he was like, they're like looking at all that orange matter, and he's like, what is this? They're going to need Doctor Strange to link and be with Shang-Chi and be like, along with Wong, of course, but I got to take it from here because you don't understand this element. And there's just no way we're going to be able to pick up with Shang-Chi after having that element of magic and not have the connective tissue of Doctor Strange. So, in terms of who's going to be paired up, I mean, as the rumors are flying in this leak, we see that, Shuri and M'Baku are with the Thing, somehow. They're with the Fantastic Four. So that's a pair up. So I think Shang-Chi and Doctor Strange, that's in terms of where's Doctor Strange, wherever he is, he and Shang-Chi are going to be together. I strongly believe. I feel.
I like it. I like it a lot. E-Man, what do you think?
I haven't seen the leaks beyond, obviously the Thor trailer came out. My guess is it'll be similar, obviously not the same as in the comics, where Doctor Strange, and I would just throw this out there, I'm not saying this would happen, but I could totally see him working with Doom, and not like in a villainous way, because the Russos, they have this thing where they really like their villains to believe that they are doing the right thing. And Doctor Strange is a pragmatist above everything else. Like, if I have to die and get dusted to save the world, that's just what I have to do, because it's practical. It's the most pragmatic solution. And we have to remember there are incursions happening. That's the last time we saw Doctor Strange, where he went off with old girl to go deal with those incursions. Well, in the comics, Doom was dealing with the incursions too. So I could totally see them both being like, listen, I don't really like you. You don't like me. But we both don't want these incursions to happen. And of course, the Avengers are going to be like, well, we can't have that happen at all. But they might just collide where everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. And that's where you're going to get the real friction. So there might be pair-ups. I mean, maybe Doctor Strange sees the light down the road or whatever and actually helps. But I think that a pairing with Doom would be interesting.
I like it. I like it. I don't think the audio changed. Kim, that's what I've been thinking. Those rings and the beacon need to be explained with Wong, Strange, and Shang-Chi. I do like that. I do like that. Great theories, great thoughts, great comments. I appreciate all this, guys. Now, we're not going to discuss the Fantastic Four, Talakan, Wakandan trailer. We will discuss that next week. Because I'm probably going to do this once a week leading up to the Avengers Doomsday.
Brandon, real quick, I wanted to bring up a point and answering the question you were saying of like Professor and Magneto. I just want to answer that real quick because I feel like I totally want to agree with E-Man. When you have the multiverse, it takes the stakes away. And you were asking, like, do I mind that they're bringing them back? Honestly, they're going to need to let these guys retire. But in a very emotional way that passes the torch, I think through a different universe. Because if he's going to reboot, and like Feige said, that people are going to reset, don't forget there have been a lot of speculation of the new X-Men cast. And a lot of the speculation has made a lot of sense and been a lot of what fans want to see. I've been seeing some incredible fan art, and now I freaking hate AI because now I can't tell what fan art is and what's AI, and I hate that because I really love fan art, which AI freaking sucks. But I saw a really interesting picture of Joel Egerton and Taron Egerton, excuse me, and some really great casting decisions. So I feel like, Brandon, they're going to have to, if not kill them, they're going to have to end their universe. and reboot X-Men with a different universe that will now be the new canon. And I use that word canon very loosely because obviously they're giving us our original Professor and Magneto. And so they're going to tug on our heartstrings, and they're not going to miss an opportunity for us to. And don't forget, you guys, all the grown men that were crying in my theater at Endgame, don't forget, Marvel knows how to bring grown men 6'5", 275 to tears. I sat next to them. Trust me. I think they're going to bring us to tears in the send-off that they're going to give Professor Magneto as they make way for this new retooled cast. So that's just what I want to leave you with on that, and what I strongly believe. Yeah.
I have to say, Kim,
I think
love
it'll
the
be
passion.
similar to Days of Future Past, like, you know, where it's going to feel all dark and gloomy, and, you know, you feel it, and then, you know, it just ends off in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right on.
I agree.
Guys, y'all let us know what y'all think down in that comment section below. Whether you're watching this video live or on the replay, we would all really appreciate it. Now, I was going to talk about Street Fighter, but I'm not. I'm going to save that for another day because we were having technical difficulties and it took up some time. But there is another topic that we're going to be talking about real quick. We're really anticipating this film. E-Man, actually, I don't know when he did, but talked to the director of this upcoming film, and I'm excited. But before we talk about Black Panther 3, we got to talk about what could have been or what if. Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. Unfortunately, we did lose Chadwick Boseman in August of 2020. It was very heartbreaking. But Ryan Coogler and team still did the best that they could with Wakanda Forever. Back at that time, we all was very vocal with our thoughts on the film. But now we have this right here from comicbook.com. And actually, it's not on the screen. I thought I was sharing it, so give me 2 seconds here. Black Panther 2's original plans revealed. And I just want to go over this real quick. Fans of Black Panther became, as fans know, Black Panther Wakanda Forever became a film about grief and the woman of the life of T'Challa who had to carry on the face of his loss. The film ended with a big tease for the future that the deceased king had fathered a son with Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o, who carried his name, T'Challa. Speaking on the latest episode of the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, and I did watch the whole thing, Coogler revealed that the initial script would have been entirely about T'Challa's relationship with his father and how they would have framed the entire movie around it. The big thing about the script was it was a thing called the Ritual of 8, Coogler revealed about the 180-page draft he originally wrote, where when a prince is 8 years old, he has to go spend 8 days in the bush with his father, and they have to go out into the bush without any tools, and the prince has to do everything that is asked of him by his father. What the rule is, for those 8 days, the prince can ask the father any question, and the father has to answer. And during the course of those 8 days, Namor launches an attack. So that was what the movie was. He had to deal with someone, and it was a different version of Namor in the script, but someone who's insanely dangerous. But because of this ritual, his son had to be joined at the hip the whole time. He added, so while he was engaging in negotiation, fights and shit, his son had to be right there or have to violate this ritual, which has never been broken. So that's what the movie was. It was insane, and Chadwick was going to kill it. But life goes as it goes. Now, if you watch this podcast, you can tell that Ryan was very emotional talking about it, and I don't blame him. And he said that when he gave the script, this original script to Chadwick, that he was too sick to read it. And I didn't know that. And I'm like, damn, that's just awful right there. So, I mean, this wasn't just like a work relationship between them two. In my opinion, they really did love each other, and you can just see the pain in his eyes. But as far as the story is concerned, I like the way it sounds, but as a fan, I still wouldn't want to see that story right now. for a Black Panther 2 sequel. I would have loved to see this maybe for Black Panther Part 4. And the reason why I say that is after seeing Wakanda Forever, I enjoyed the film overall, but it still had a lot of problems. One of it being is I don't think that Namor and the Talocan should have been introduced in this film. I think because that shadowed over everything that Wakanda had to offer. Like, it's called Wakanda Forever, but we didn't get to know anything new about Wakanda. I wanted Namor and Talocan to be introduced in their own movie, have them build up over here in their own franchise, and then have them come together in Part 3 or Part 4. So this plot sounds amazing to me, but just too soon in the universe or too soon in the Black Panther Wakanda universe. But that's just my opinion. Of course, y'all can feel different. I don't know who should go first, Kim or E-Man.
Go ahead with E-Man. I would love to hear E-Man say.
I do think it's awkward to judge given what we know now, and what we went through and what we've seen and however we felt, because keep in mind we were coming off a high after Black Panther, after Infinity War, after Endgame. I was excited for Black Panther 2 at that point. Like, at that point, I was like, man, Ryan Coogler can do no wrong. Coming fresh off of Creed, fresh off of Black Panther, Chadwick, one of the hottest actors at the time. So if he had given us that story at that time, and to mention, he said, it was a different Namor, I don't think I would have had any reason not to be excited about it or to not trust it, because obviously we weren't dealing with the same situation that we are now. So hindsight is really difficult to put this in a certain frame. And I would also say we also don't know exactly what Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be about.
True.
If there is that theory floating out there that Doomsday is all about children that were never supposed to be born, and Doom is going out there literally kidnapping, all of the kids, would T'Challa Jr. have been one of those kids that get kidnapped? Just like, Baby Cap and, Franklin Richards and Love and, or whatever, like if that theory were true. So I do wonder if the children of the Avengers were a thing for Doomsday, Secret Wars, if that was a central reason for why Doomsday was even happening, then it would really make us look at that original script in a whole different light as well. So but overall, I would just say that I would have been fine with the script because T'Challa was still there. And that's the only thing I've always wanted, is just keep the main characters there. They don't need to go away. Like, if somebody wants the mantle, I don't care. As long as the characters are still there, that's what matters. Like, Superman wants to be, pass it down to Jonathan Kent, I don't care. Clark Kent, Kal-El, he's right there. It's fine. But you want to have Miles, that's fine. Peter Parker's right there too. So that would be the only thing. And if T'Challa wants to be a dad, that's cool with me. But I think I would have trusted it at that time if things didn't go the way that they went.
Kimberly.
Oh, that just breaks my heart, man. Golly, wow. Just reflecting on that would have been a really great movie. And I think it would have really paired nicely with Love and Thunder. And it makes me think about the original. I mean, I know we were supposed to get Kang, and then it turned into Doomsday. So I don't know how far out they had plans for Doomsday, or when that switched. I would love one day to see the documentary, and hear the inside of what happened, after Jonathan Majors fell through with that whole situation of the casting. But I think it would have really been in line with Thor, Love and Thunder. If you think about it, it's like, okay, now we're focusing on the kids, and that's such a great natural leading up to what Doomsday seems to be shaping out to be, which is why I bring up Kang and how I think it's so interesting how this was supposed to be Kang. And it's like, in terms of the next film, but was it always going to center around the kids of our heroes? And so that brings up an interesting question for me now hearing this, because I'm like, wait, you were going to do this and then you were going to do Love and Thunder? Oh, so you were on a trend of focusing on the children. That's interesting to me, because that makes me think, was it always your plan to bring back Cap and involve his baby? Because we're focusing on kids. I mean, I think one huge mistake of Endgame is we never got that famous scene that we all heard about that was shot with the older girl that played Tony's daughter and how she forgave him. I think we should have had that scene, because that would have really set up this next generation, and essentially, depending on where they go with X-Men, would have really set them up. So hearing this makes me just have an even greater what if in my head. I'm just waiting for Jeffrey Wright to whisper in my ear the secrets of what would have been. You know what I'm saying? And so that, I don't know, that seems like it would have been really beautiful and really apropos for where they're going now. And it just makes me wonder, what was the original plan? What really changed with Kang? Did you take the same framework and just change the villain? Like, what? I have more questions now, but that would have been just so beautiful.
Well, thank you for that. I like how y'all opened up my mind to more possibilities. I just kind of felt weird of, I just wasn't too thrilled with him having a child with Nakia and just a kid this early in the franchise. But that's just me. I appreciate y'all thoughts, and y'all in the chat let me know too what y'all think as well. Now, Doomsday, 11 months, 11 days from now. But they're re-releasing Endgame back in the theaters in September. Only reason I'm bringing this up now, Kim, is because you made me think about it, because you just said one of the problems in Endgame, with Tony's daughter. They're re-releasing the film, but I really did enjoy Endgame, but out of all 4 films from the Russos, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame is the weakest to me. Not saying that it's not a great movie, it is, but it's just the weakest. The reason is I didn't think it was a good display of all the powers and abilities from all the characters in the final battle. It was a great setup. The Iron Man, Thor, Captain America versus Thanos was amazing. Captain America getting Mjolnir versus Thanos was amazing. Portal scene was amazing. But when you look back at it, like War Machine, he didn't throw one punch in the whole end battle. He didn't punch nobody, he didn't defend nobody. I can go down the list of all the lack of attacks that characters had, and that like nobody threw punches, or it was Doctor Strange didn't do much. Hawkeye shot a couple of arrows. Ant-Man punched one person and then stomped on somebody else. I can go down the list. I bring all this up because it was rumored at the time that there was at least 30 minutes of that scene, of the ending battle, that was left on the cutting room floor. I think that the Russos are going to include that. And some of it was on the deleted scenes on Disney Plus, or like your DVD extras or whatever. Do y'all think when they re-release it, they're going to include those extra scenes in the battle in the film? What do y'all think? I think they should. I think it's a yes. Why not? It gives people more to go back.
Look,
of never seen footage. Check it out right before Doomsday. 30 more minutes. Buy the tickets. What y'all
Well, actually, it's not a lot more tickets, right? So like, whenever you add more footage to a film that's a longer runtime, you're cutting the amount of times you get to play the movie, so you don't make as much compared to if you play it shorter. That's why a lot of studios don't like long movies, because you make more money if you get an hour and a half movie versus a 3-hour movie. Like you're making
right. I'm not thinking that's going to make the same amount or even half, but I think that will entice people to, like, why go see it when I can see it at home on Disney Plus? If it's extra footage, then
Look, if they do, it better be enough footage. I don't know if you guys remember this, but shortly after Endgame came out, there was that they re-released it, and they said with new footage of Hulk. And the reason I know this is because I always have to apologize to my dad, because he sat through Endgame, which hearing me scream and cry in front of all those adult and children. He had to put up with that. But then I dragged him back to the theater and we watched Endgame again. And he was already like Kim. And I'm like, Dad, no, there's new footage of Hulk. And if you guys remember, it was the biggest waste of time. Carl Winslow was in it, if I am remembering correctly. And it was unfinished footage. So it was actually Hulk, but it was like not test footage, but it was unfinished. So it was almost like kind of the computer version before they add everything else. It was I want to say less than 2 minutes, and it was just Hulk like jumping off of a building. That was the new footage. And maybe, am I getting this wrong? The extra footage, I think that was Endgame. And if I'm wrong, then it was Spider-Man. It was another end credit scene. So you guys in the chat, correct me on my memory because it was 2019. So I'm not remembering. But either way, I remember they advertised it's new footage with Hulk. And I was so excited. And let me know, Brandon, what the chat says if anyone knows. Okay, it might have been Spider-Man. But I don't know, you guys seem to not remember this, but I was so excited because it was new footage of Hulk, and it was the biggest freaking waste of time. And so all I have to say is if they are gonna freaking release it with new footage, it better be worthwhile. It better be some good. I better get a solid 30 minutes of actually seeing War Machine throw a punch, like you say. Don't waste my time with some. Here's a minute and a half of what you didn't see. Don't do that.
I feel you.
Got you
Don't
again.
do that.
Yeah.
Got you with Infinity War.
They
got
get
you
me
again.
all the time. I stand there with my money
With the
and I say
same
take my
character,
money,
too.
and they reach and take my money and then they reach in my pocket and take more.
Gotcha.
I just gotcha.
We're gonna spend 60 seconds on this. But who is excited for Wonder Man?
Man, yes. Ish. Kind of. Maybe.
I'm going in with open mind. They releasing the whole thing at once, right? I like it with the glass.
They're giving us the Ironheart treatment.
Yeah.
Put up the nose press, drop it all at once, act like it don't exist after that.
The last trailer was pretty decent. I don't know nothing about this character. I mean, if it wasn't for Yaya, I probably want to watch it, to be honest.
Well, they're changing a lot of. Well, it looks like they're changing a lot of the stuff up. So, you know, I don't.
Do you think it'll connect in any way to Doomsday at all?
I mean, maybe, and if it does, it'll be so loose. Like, hey, he's gonna be a background character in the mix type of thing. But you know, I mean, look at Ironheart. Did that really connect?
No.
Like maybe it does, but probably not.
I keep adding stuff on. Last question before we head out of here. With Wonder Man about to come out later this month, and then I think we get into season 2 or season 5 of Daredevil. Will we see Daredevil in the Spider-Man movie, or vice versa?
I don't know if that was. I know Punisher is confirmed. I know Mark Ruffalo, maybe Hulk are confirmed. I don't recall if Daredevil's in it again.
Not in Doomsday. Not in Doomsday. I'm talking about Brand New Day.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Those are the only two that are officially confirmed. And then Bernthal did say that the Punisher special should be coming out around the time Brand New Day comes out.
Got you. You just made me think about something with Bernthal. Guys, I want to thank you so much for y'all tuning in today. We really do appreciate it. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. This is my first live in like over a year, and I'm working things out. I got my other one fixed today, but this one, StreamYard got messed up, but it's all good. Elliot just responded to my email. He'll try to make it next week when I do this, so that's nice. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. Since you brought up Bernthal, Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal have a series coming out on Thursday called His and Hers. I finished it day before last. Please watch it. Please.
Oh, okay.
I started it.
I am dying to talk about it with somebody. I have to talk about it with somebody.
All right. I guess I need to finish it then because I only watched like 3-4 episodes. And then me and my wife just kind of was like, man.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I'm not trying to say that as if like this is just super amazing show. It's a good show, and I'll say this: it's 6 episodes. After the first 5 episodes, I was prepared to give the show at the very least a B+. I don't know what happened with episode 6. I don't know what the hell it was with the last 5 minutes of episode 6. That's all I'll say. But I am salivating at the mouth to hear somebody else's thoughts about this. And I don't want to spoil anything. That's all I'll say. You made me think about that when you said Bernthal. E-Man, thank you for being here, sir.
I missed you, E-Man.
I miss you guys too.
What are your final thoughts, sir? Or what you got going on? And let us know. Pub yourself.
And I'm in recovery mode. Like I've been working. Just came back from Critics' Choice.
You went this weekend?
Huh?
You went this weekend?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So just came back from that. You know, to be honest, I'm about to start preparing for From because From's got to come back sometime soon. Yes. I need to get ready, go watch all 15 episodes, whatever it is. And we about to get back into motion real quick.
Nice. Okay, cool. Kim, I'll put his information in the description of this video. And y'all please subscribe. Also, he just did an interview with Ryan Coogler and Miles Caton and Michael B. Jordan. It was fun. I watched them both. Kimberly, man. Yes. Kimberly, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, ma'am. Y'all follow her as well. Do you have any final thoughts or anything?
I miss doing this. I miss the Marvel community, the speculation, what's going to happen, who's going to be there. One of the greatest things about Marvel fans is the community. I think despite what some people like Scorsese or so-and-so might say about Marvel being real cinema, look, cinema brings people together. So bring on the theories, bring on the leaks, bring on the speculation. I love this community and I'm here for it. I'm so excited that Wonder Man's pretty much the only thing we're going to get. And of course we're getting Spider-Man, but I'm happy that I miss Thor. I miss Cap. I miss my people. I miss the Avengers. I miss the Thunderbolts. I like that I'm not oversaturated. I like that this year the waiting is going to be tough. It's not going to be so much freaking content thrown at me that I don't have time to miss you. And so I love the Marvel community. I'm so excited. So let the theories begin. Speculate wildly, my friends. Speculate wildly. Just make sure you include me in your thoughts.
Yes. And again, thank you, Kim. I love the enthusiasm and the passion. Yeah, we'll be here. I don't know if it'll be next Tuesday because Tuesdays are usually days for screenings, but there wasn't one today. I don't know what screening I'm going to see tomorrow. Greenland 2, The Migration, or Primate. They wanted to have those on the same day. I didn't even, when I saw the trailer for Greenland 2, I was like, when the hell did part 1 come out? It came out 2020. I watched it on HBO. It was actually pretty good. So
I liked it.
Yeah, I may see that. I don't know if I had the energy to see a 8 rip people apart. But y'all subscribe to my channel. I've been doing a ton of trailer reactions just to keep my channel afloat. Reviews will be coming soon. Also, check out my top 10 most anticipated of 2026. And like I said, I got to talk to somebody about his and hers. Excuse me, I just have to. I'm going to pass out if I don't get to talk to somebody about it. I'm actually probably start rewatching it again tonight to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Nice.
The ending was insane. But guys, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. This was fun. I'm out of practice, but I'm getting my feet wet again. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's E-Man, and that's Kimberly. And that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we will see you next time.